Hi, welcome to Jadekind Gaming. I'm Adam. I'm here with Nick, Austin, and Bob for what I'm going to call Session 0, but it's really just, our character creation for the Star Wars Edge of the Empire. Normal Session 0 with most situations would involve a bit more to it, but we already all know each other really well, so half of it's useless, and the other half of coming up with, the concepts for the game and what's actually going to be played, obviously we do before we can even sit down over the month leading up to it.
We did?
Yes, we did.
Yes, when we were talking about playing other games, and then we end up coming to this one, that would usually also be part of a Session 0, as per what the term usually refers to.
I didn't discuss any of that with anyone. I was told this is what we were playing.
Actually, I said, what of these do you want to play? And you said, not Numenera. That was what your vote was anything other than that I don't want to play that.
Single text message, not a conversation.
You left it very clear what your vote was. You didn't need a back and forth. You were very clear. I don't care as long as it's not that. So.
That wasn't a really discussion. Can't be too mad. I got everything I wanted.
Yes.
Here I am complaining about winning.
That is so you.
Just saying, it wasn't really a conversation. I just laid down my demands and then won.
Anyways, the idea for the game is that there's smugglers or pirates or bounty hunters or something like that. Basically, that chaotic neutral to chaotic good, alignment type of people.
I don't think we have those in Star Wars.
We don't, but you know what it means, and most of the audience probably does as well.
If it doesn't, read a book.
Basically, those who do what they can to carve out a living for themselves in this tough galaxy. Not bad people, but have little regard for the law.
Totally could be bad people.
No, not really. Not really bad people. That's part of what I'm saying. When you're developing your character, don't make an evil character. Not a bad person. Maybe a selfish person, but not a bad person.
What if you think you're good?
No, this is going to be... No, we have to stop this conversation right now. We're going to have to reshoot the intro again. Like, literally, no. Just, no. Nope.
Just carry on.
All right, carry on.
Thank you. And also, with this, as per the game, I am offering them 5 bonus experience if they go with humans, because a lot of the Star Wars films and media focuses much more on humans than our previous games have tended to do. Yes, it is.
Yeah, he's a Disney representative.
Yeah,
so.
there are more humans in space because the Empire is racist and they've killed a lot of the others.
No, it's because humans breed like rats. They're like, wait, how much land can I buy for how much? Have more kids.
Both of these are true.
Yes.
Both of these are true.
So you have some character sheets. And basically I'm going to force them to go through each.
You know what the problem with this is?
It's front and back.
It's not a pamphlet.
It's front and back is the problem with it.
That's the problem.
You can still color it in.
I can, but it's not a pamphlet.
I actually thought about giving you some colored markers, and I might do that at some point if you need.
He's not a child. I mean, still do it.
Yeah, I feel like you still enjoy colored markers.
I was like, I certainly wouldn't disagree.
Even colored pencils, though. Markers will bleed through. He can't do front and back if you give him markers. He needs colored pencils.
That's a good point. Or I could
just looking out for you, buddy.
Or I could give him another sheet so that they're not front and back.
Why does he get 2 sheets? I swear to God.
Because I'm an artist, Bob.
People are gonna die.
People
are gonna die.
And I get special accommodations.
Basically, I'm going to force them to go through the steps as laid out in the book in order so that we all kind of talk about what's going on. Now, step 1 is character background. You need to have an idea for your character. So, now that you have that, we'll move on to the actual stuff that goes onto the sheet.
Exactly.
Do you have a mild idea for your character, Mr. Wanted to do a pilot sharpshooter?
Yeah, what he said.
Pilot
I'll do that thing that I do every time.
And you're probably strong guy?
Yeah, buff guns.
Buff guns. All right.
Guns.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and stay out of combat as much as possible. I know this is going to be a change for me.
I want to be able to bench press turbulence.
I guess then you won't... Yeah.
Bob, always with the escape plan.
Well, I'm the gingerbread man. Fuck you all.
Step 2 is obligation, which is a part of Edge of the Empire that is not in the other 2 Fantasy Flight Games Star Wars RPGs. It is
they have similar mechanics. They just function differently.
No, they function quite differently.
Well,
they have alternate mechanics.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I mean. They have alternatives to obligation.
Yes, they have something different, but they do not have obligation.
Right.
It does not function like obligation. Obligation is...
I'm just trying to advertise the other books. They're cool. You're not missing out if you don't get obligation. You have other things.
Yes. Pointing this is the what you owe, what's holding you back. It's like Han Solo had his debt to Jabba the Hutt.
And
that
as we all
was his
remember,
obligation.
he paid that debt, and everything was okay.
That's how I recall. He had the money.
He had the money. He told him.
Had the money.
He had the money. He just
was
didn't have
loading
it
it onto
with
the
him.
ship. Blew up the Death Star. I guess one on a bender because his ship didn't get fixed with it. I don't know what the hell he spent that money on. Really, he's not a responsible person. When you think about it, I mean, not a great father, bad smuggler. He's not good at anything. He lost his own ship.
I like to point out he's pretty fast on the draw.
I think he lost his own ship a few times.
And he failed to talk his way out of that last problem there.
Well, nobody can protect themselves from natural ones, man. Or in this case, a bunch of triangles.
Yes.
No one can protect us from triangles.
Star Wars has fancy, pretty colored dice.
You have to buy special dice to play this game.
Or the beginner box that comes with them.
Which is the same thing as buying special dice to play this game.
Except it also gives you a chance to try out the game without buying the full rulebook.
Special dice to play the game.
Yes.
You can use normal dice, you just have to know what each symbol...
Yeah, you can use normal dice and a lot of chart referencing. They have a chart in here. I've used it to look at probabilities. Because it also breaks down probabilities if you use the chart. That's what I found the chart useful for.
So obligation.
Yeah, obligation. You could either roll percentile if you don't care what you get.
Yes.
Or you can choose it. I will also point out your obligation, as there are 3 of you, the magnitude of your starting obligation is 15. I will also point out that you can get up to 15 additional obligation by extra XP or starting credits, which you can decide now or when you get to that point, but you can only get up to an additional 15 if you just know you're going to do it. As a couple of you have stated, you could just start with it as 30. It's on the back of the sheet.
Why do I need to look at the back of the sheet?
Because that's where you're going to write your obligation.
Oh, there it is.
Oh! We're doing it now.
Yes.
Yes, we're now doing obligations.
This is why I didn't do well in school.
No!
I was thinking up a game.
You were ahead of yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm right here.
Don't you remember? Quit looking ahead.
Hell yeah.
I
Quit
didn't.
looking ahead. Get back to what class is.
I was usually quick reading.
Yes.
Get your nose out of that book.
So, do you want to roll randomly for your obligation? Or
Responsibility.
Yes. I want to roll randomly. I'm a big fan of randoms. Got a 31.
31 would put you bounty. You have a price on your head.
Nice.
Mr. Strong Bodyguard Man, someone's angry at you for strong
It's
bodyguarding.
I don't necessarily want to play an abolitionist again, but
If you're going to be an abolitionist, I'm joining.
That would fall more into your motivations. So that's later on. Back to the class.
Just saying, if you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and take duty bound. And then we can be together again to be Bruder. Oh, family obligation. I have to protect his dumb ass.
I don't think we'll be the same species, man.
Oh, we'll be the same species, man.
You will if he just chooses to be whatever you choose to be. And then if you choose droid,
What
it's
if I
kind of
choose
weird.
something with really low agility?
Then we'll be brothers anyways. Blood brothers. Hey, I made it work when we weren't related before.
Yeah. They've been brothers several times.
Hey, we work well together. See, this doesn't have any vines, no bottles, no beakers, no skulls, nothing. What am I supposed to color on this sheet?
Do you want me to put stuff on there for you to color?
Sand.
Should I print out extra coloring book sheets and just set them with your sheet?
Fine, please.
He's gonna fidget.
I'll satisfy my own artistic needs. The rest of you don't understand what it is to be an artist. One person at this table's gone to college for art. Wasn't me.
It attracted so well for that individual, didn't it?
Yeah. Two of us make better decisions than to go to school for art.
Technically an art degree, yes. Bachelor of Art.
Yeah, but yours was a little more useful of an art than programming.
So 30 is the top magnitude?
Yes.
Excellent. 30.
We can have 2 types of obligation? Alright, you can get another one.
You can piss people off. Or go and try to make a deal
Can
with
I
the crime
turn in
lord.
my own bounty for money?
Can I turn in his bounty for money?
You can get enough money that you can pay off your own bounty.
I'm turning myself in. Guilty as charged.
And new character.
You're
I went with betrayal. I totally stole this large shipment of food for another planet. It's like, they need these supplies. No one will mind if I take them.
Not exactly a good moral compass.
I totally gave them to people in need. For a small profit.
I made a much bigger profit.
Yeah, exactly. Could have made a much bigger profit. For a small profit, I totally tricked this guy out of his shipment to food.
So basically, you were working for someone and you betrayed that individual.
Yeah.
And what was yours?
Family.
Your family. What is family like? Deep ties with family that require a great deal of time and attention. Siblings and parents.
I don't like it.
You don't? I was gonna say, did you read what it is?
No, it's just I know that I would actually have to. That would trigger things in me. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Could go with oath. That's almost like family.
No, that's stupid. Yeah, I'll do obsession.
What are you obsessed with, Bob?
Just more.
Just more.
More. No. See, I don't like this part because I have to actually figure something out. I can't just write stuff down and then...
Look it up later.
Yeah. You see, this is why I don't like this. I don't like this setup.
That we're creating characters at one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Suck it up.
Suck out, Buttercup. Fuck it. Bounty.
Bounty is the easy one. Yeah, bounty or debt are the easy ones.
But it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I have a bounty. I wasn't there.
I'm innocent, I tells you. Innocent.
I'm not trying to buy it.
Some dude looked just like me. Wasn't me.
Now, be a droid. Have it be an identical droid who it was.
Wasn't me.
Do either of you know what your bounty is for, or are you leaving that open for me to figure out?
Not yet.
Whatever he is responsible for.
It's probably going to be some form of terrorism.
Terrorist?
Freedom fighter.
I'm just saying, that's what we're labeled as. Terrorists. You blow up a couple civilian locations and all of a sudden you're a terrorist.
No. Military locations.
Okay, maybe I am a terrorist. Alright, maybe I'm an actual terrorist.
Yeah, feel free as you think of it. You can write down in the space below what details about it. Anyways, so now we're on to step 3, which is species. The species allocated allowed here are Bothan, Droid, Gand, Human, Rhodian, Trandoshan, Twi'lek, and Wookiee.
I always mix up Bothans with Bith. Because I'm like, Bith? I always think when I hear Bothan, I'm thinking Biths. But they're not. Bothans are like the dog people.
They're more like lion people, I think.
I don't know, they got big muzzles. Doesn't really feel lion to me.
I think it's lion-esque. They don't look like dog. They look like...
Oh.
That doesn't matter.
It's like, is a Bothan more cat or more dog?
They're not real people.
Make a comment if you would like to join the conversation. There's a comment section below.
What is a Bothan like?
Yes. And remember, the more you comment, the more he has to respond, because he actually responds to y'all's comments.
It's going to be real troublesome when you got thousands of comments a day. Just so long. So many comments.
Hopefully I'm doing well enough that I could have the time to focus on it by then.
They've got 2. That is too much work. They've got 2.
2 what?
He's looking for high stats, I'm guessing.
Am not. Shut up. 2.
Yeah, agility's 2 across the board.
Whatever.
There are very few 3s, except in, like, Brawn.
Can't you let the Wookiee win?
Well, I guess that'll do.
I'll do pig.
Just color it on the sheet.
That's a 3. Who's that? How
Skrillex?
ugly are they? Oh, those are weird looking. I'm totally gonna take them.
Rhodians?
They're weird looking.
You have atmospheric rebreather, man.
Oh, a Gand? And they don't have to.
No.
You get more...
He's
the
doing a
Rhodian.
Rhodian.
Oh, Rhodian.
I
I
was
think
like-
he found the one with the highest agility.
and if you play Gand with a reread, you get extra speed.
Really? What is that? What is that in their agility?
Well,
They're 3.
they get 100 like everyone else, so...
Humans get 110.
Who's this guy? Guess what I'm saying? Oh, the droids do, because they have to buy crap.
Yeah, droids start with all 1s.
Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, a roadie. I'll be a roadie. I'm gonna set up the equipment. Because that's what the roadies do.
Rhodian.
Get it?
Yeah, he's being weird.
Rhodians, famous for shooting second.
World famous for being the second shot.
Yep.
Famous for being a little slow on the draw. To imagine that. The Rhodians. They didn't even know who Greedo was, but then the humans did. That's all they get known for.
Did
Did you put your other stuff on there?
What other stuff? Really?
Let's see, those are both 10 plus the stat. You start the game with 1 rank in survival. And 1 rank in the expert tracker talent.
There's no...
How would go down there?
I don't know what that does, so...
It doesn't actually say here, we'll have to look it up. You got me to look up what it does for you?
No.
What?
It doesn't change my decision. It doesn't matter what
Okay.
it does.
One of his talents?
Yeah.
Gets a free talent. It almost certainly gives a blue dice or reduces a black dice.
Thank you, Vic.
That's like all the racial talents do that.
Well, I mean, it's a normal talent. It's just...
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, but all the talents that are awarded to races are almost always either reducing a black dice on a task or giving you a blue dice on a task.
And what you going with?
Human. With just enough obligation to pop me up to... Pop a 2 up to a 5.
No, that's what the humans get. They get extra skills.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Well, I figured they had to get something, because they don't get enough XP to account for getting nothing.
But yeah, you're...
Yeah, it's 10 plus those.
Yeah. How about it?
That's his bookmark.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought so too. I'm like, you broke the book already?
Yeah, that's...
No, it's a bookmark. It's a bookmark. He's okay.
The whole page is bigger than the book.
He did do it.
Not only did I break it, I enlarged the page.
Oh, I think that Rhodian's a Jedi in disguise. Those are suspiciously Jedi-like clothes.
Maybe they just shop at Jedi Gap.
Jedi Gap. I guarantee all these clothes have only been worn once. Got to recycle all these old stuff.
Man,
These are the clothes you're looking for. Jedi Gap.
Their children's section must be really full.
You killed all of the younglings. Pretty sure you can't rewear those.
That's fine.
They're saber slashes. Really, the only good part about the first 3 movies is you killed the younglings.
I'm pretty sure Anakin was good enough at that point for just clean decapitations on all the children.
And yet he didn't.
Do we see them afterwards?
You see them daring. You see the massacre.
Uh-oh.
Including one ballsy little 12-year-old who decided to attack as opposed to run away. Clearly that's natural selection working as hard as it can, because he's an idiot.
He already saw running away wasn't effective.
No, he was totally hidden. Anakin was leaving.
Oh.
And he's like, I should attack him. It's like, no, you should leave. Here's what happens when the fans start blasting the poo in your direction. You get out of the way of the fan.
Bob, you crazy.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
I apply common sense. Maybe it's my strong dislike for being hit.
Yes.
Nick, I like it. Good
Mick
job.
Von Standard. Because, you got a Mickey Mouse over there and it says, take a stand. Mick Von Standard.
Mick, I like it. Single syllable, I can try and memorize it.
You're right.
Please.
It's Mick Von Standard. I require you to say the whole name.
One syllable.
I didn't
One
mean
syllable
to,
names are good. I'm going to try and use them.
I didn't mean to behave.
I didn't mean.
I really didn't mean to behave.
That's not nearly Russian enough.
You're right.
Now, give me a single syllable Russian name.
I don't know if there are any.
No. Russians are long-winded.
No,
They just
If
want to
you
make
know of any, let us know.
it's Vlad, obviously.
That's not a name. It's like
Huh? Vlad's a name.
short name.
It's
Well, that's true. It
Vladimir.
is a nick. Yeah, it's a nickname.
And I don't think that's Russian.
Vladimir Putin. As Russian as Russian gets.
Much Russian than
He's like the king of the Russians, man.
Huh.
Well, literally, but
Let's see. In order to get a stat to 5 from 2, you need 120
20.
points.
Yep.
3
So-
reduces that by...
So, being a human, you get 115. Getting one obligation bump, you're up at 120.
so that's 2 to 5. What about 3 to 5? Still costs the same.
No. 40, then 50, so 90 points.
And what do we buy with these?
Uh,
You use that
You buy
for skills?
stats.
yeah, what
Yeah,
we do.
at this point, because, and we're not there yet.
This is the only time in the
See,
game...
I
that you're-
never make a character in the proper order, so I have no idea what the hell.
This is-
But I'll let you know, with the experience, characterization is the only time you can put it into your characteristics. So the most of it should go towards characteristics to try and get those high, because after that you have to get to the bottom of a talent tree on whatever your specialization is in order to increase any of them. But otherwise, you can use it to purchase new specializations. You can purchase skills, and you can purchase
things in your tree.
yeah, things in your tree. So those are the other things that you can use experience for.
But this is the only time you're allowed to use them there, so...
Yeah.
You probably want to. Tempting.
And I have 40. 130. So yeah, I have 40 points left.
You spent 90, and you had how many from the?
I bumped it up by 30, didn't I? Know?
Use a Rhodian.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got 100.
Rhodian start with a
Well,
hundo.
15 to 30, so that's 15 points.
yeah.
You automatically start at 15. You don't
You don't
get
get those
anything.
points.
So 15 to 30 gives you 15 experience points.
Which, if you bumped your agility to 5, would leave you with 25 left.
Yeah.
That you could then spend on other characteristic.
Well,
No, he could
no.
increase your willpower to 2, or he could bump some skills.
Bumping skills. That hurt.
Technically, if he wanted to put his 1 up to 2, he could.
Yeah, that's willpower.
Yeah,
don't,
bumping
but-
skills.
You can't train skills above rank 2.
Huh?
Can't train skills above rank 2.
Yeah, no. Point being, for characteristics, he had 1 option with characteristics.
Yeah, because he's got a 1 in willpower.
You can't. Yeah.
he made tiny numbers.
Yeah, I figured it out. And I was just pointing out you can't really do the skills part until you've selected your
Can't you?
specialization. No, you can't, because you don't know which ones are
Class skills.
Class skills until you choose your class.
I'm gonna keep it classy.
Let's see. No, I wrote that terribly.
So did you go with human
No, I'm going to play a Gand.
again?
I like Gands. I've always been a fan of
the
Gands.
big. Which kind of Gand?
Well, that's what I'm considering. If I go lungless, that's hilarious because I have no lungs. I eat for everything, which I just think is funny. But I would only be able to get a max of 115 XP, which means I can't put any stat to 5 except willpower, and it won't be willpower because I don't have force powers.
Well, you could have force power.
What?
We're not in that book.
Hey, you get some options for 5 stars in this book. They're just incredibly
they're
limited.
garbage, yeah.
Yeah, they're just incredibly limited.
Alternatively, if I take the breather, I start with 10. I only have to take a 10 increase in navigation to get up to a 5. I can go to a full 15 and get a skill even. So that's my dilemma currently.
It's whether or not to have lungs.
Yeah, it's like that's not a decision many people have trouble with, but it's important to me. Do I have lungs or don't I? Personally, I'm thinking no lungs and just sticking with 4 in a stat. Just have to deal with that. Not be the best.
I mean, ultimately, it's not bad for you to split your points and go 4 and 3 in another. Because aren't you with your? Because are you doing like physical for your normal attacks,
60.
and then your odds are shooty?
40, yeah. I can
So you kind of want to split
with just the
those
100, I
anyways.
can get a 4 and a 3 with just that 100.
Yeah. Because you're the one going for a divided goal, anyways.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Think of like a 4 in brawn, and then get like a 3 in agility, and just be kind of generic-y shooty. Buff guns! No, Gans are cool. I'm sure I can't be alone in that, but Gans are pretty cool.
Ugly.
But they're cool. They have some really interesting culture and stuff going on there. It's like sometimes you read the stuff and it's like, oh, they were clearly fun in this species in. But you read the Gans like, this was creative.
Some of them don't have lungs. The ones that
lungs,
do
how do you
breathe ammonia.
Yeah.
Without lungs, how do you speak?
Oh, the Gans can't speak in your language anyway, so they have to use a modulator to create a robot voice. Because their actual language is like hisses and clicks that you can't understand.
So it's like...
Well,
Wookiee.
no. You can
Sure.
understand it. You all understand each other's languages. They can't speak it.
So it's like Sherwook. Where you can take it, you just can't speak it. Because you're not
Yeah,
a bear.
most Gan lack the vocal cords to make sounds of basic and other languages.
Yeah. Can still understand, and they can still understand your language. They just can't necessarily
lacking
replicate it.
Yeah, replicate it. Yeah, I'm going to be
Can
Gan.
Huts speak normally, or do they just
Yes.
choose not?
In fact, most of them even know it. Like, know how to
Didn't
speak
you watch
it.
the Clone Wars with the one Hut that spoke in? Oh my goodness! He spoke like an old Southern lady. Oh, it's hot outside.
That's kind of hilarious.
He was wearing a white slug suit.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, I'm going to be a lungless Gand
Alright.
with 100 XPs. Do I want
But
to
still,
boost-
how do you speak? There's no air...
with a machine.
Yes, but how do you make the machine work?
He has little flaps on his side that just clack together and make noise.
That'd be the
And
idea.
it translates for him. Yeah.
Temperature.
It's going to start getting worse and worse as summer progresses.
Until a certain point when hopefully I get to
conditioner.
use the AC and
And then I have to wear a jacket again because you all freaks.
We're not freaks. We enjoy up
did you get everything written down you needed?
Let's see. 10 plus 10. Where's wounds? 10 plus. 10 plus. I'm not getting an ammonia rebreather. I am taking a rank in discipline for free. Yeah, discipline.
Also, remember, increase. You know how your starting value is whatever plus brawn, whatever plus willpower for your wounds and strain. If your brawn or willpower increase later after character creation, that does not go up.
Yeah. It's only your base characteristic.
Yep.
Does discipline make it go up?
No. If you increase that characteristic, it does not go up. There are other talents that make it go up.
Yeah.
And you almost always have to run through one of them to get down your talent tree.
Now the question is, do I want to take yeah, I'm done with that. Do I want to take how much obligation to increase that XP by a bit?
I took 30.
Remember, you could also take obligation to get more money.
What do I need money for?
We were evidently really didn't know how money worked when we were playing with Dustin.
Yeah,
Blasters are
yeah.
not a currency.
No. That thing that was where we decided in Dustin's game with blasters being the currency because everything was really expensive everywhere. That was just made up. I have no idea where in the book that is. That's not how the game works. That is if you are trying to...
Four.
It was basically a mistake from trading...
I have a 1 in presence as a Gand.
Presence, yes.
Yeah. I was like, oh, where's that 1 at?
Steps 4 and 5 are choosing a career and the specialization. Which, basically, your career itself gives you a handful of career skills, and of those, bless you, and of those skills, you gain 1 rank in 4 of them without spending experience, and then your specialization from that career gives you a few more career skills, and you get
Stuff.
1 free rank in 2 of them.
Yep.
So you're going to get like 6 free ranks based on what it is.
I'm going to take the full 15 obligation.
Okay.
For extra 15 XP. I want 3 skills.
Okay.
Total XP 115.
Alright. But yeah, so the careers are bounty
Am I allowed
hunter.
to spend obligation XP on my talents and skill career stuff?
Yeah, it's XP.
Alright. I wasn't sure if I had to spend it like right away.
Nope, the experience just carry on.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
true, because it's just a pool.
Yeah, bounty hunter, colonist, explorer, hired gun, smuggler, and technician are the careers, with each having 3 specializations. You can look at it if you need. I know you've already decided. Which one are you?
Technician, mechanic.
You're a mechanic.
Okay.
Yeah, just have the paper.
I'm just gonna glance through these.
I'll look through this then.
I've just printed out each of the trees.
Colonist.
I'm not doing bounty hunter. Colonist is actually pretty cool. I mean, you don't expect it to be, but then you read the talents and it's like, that's pretty cool. I mean, granted, the back to specialist is kind of...
pilot seems like a decent option for you.
Because the back to specialist is kind of not cool, requiring you to have access to back to tanks. But it only costs 5. And you can get it again. But yeah, I was like, 'cause that's one of the things, like, because healing is so stringent in the Star Wars, like, if you're not on downtime, the Doctor's actually got a lot of really cool stuff because it can make stim packs work better. And there's, like, very few ways to actually do that.
Well, this one.
Explorer.
I was thinking, because you always look at Gans and you think they're supposed to be short, but they're not that short. They're just a little shorter. They're just a little shorter than average.
Yeah, and they're a bit wider than...
Yeah.
They're kind of like in the dwarf kind of range.
Also cool, Gan, despite needing a different respirator if they have lungs, do not need coverings on their eyes like the Keldor, who can't see in normal light.
Yeah. Someone's
I
gonna
know a
have to
lot
take
about Star Wars.
Someone's gonna have to take navigation. Anyone got navigation on there?
Astrogation?
Astrogation?
Oh, is that what?
That's an intelligence skill. That's what droids
I think he was half expecting that he was going to have to.
That's what droids
Okay,
are
so
for.
no, you don't have to.
That's what droids are for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get 4 of them.
4 from the top row and then 2
Oh.
from the bottom grouping. Which means if they're duplicated, then you can choose it each time in a row. You can never get more than 2 ranks that you're starting at this stage in the game until we've played a session.
The technician. I do like the color-coded pages. It's just useful. That's why. I was like, where'd the other one go? I didn't flip far enough back. Haha. Let's see. Thomas isn't getting it.
Get what?
I'm looking for people who actually get the gunnery skill.
Oh.
And I think it's just the one guy that gets it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
There we go. Bodyguard also gets it. Okay. I was like, is it really just the one thing? Do I have to be a mercenary soldier?
look at them doing all their decision making, and exciting, isn't it?
It's a thrilling concept.
Well, you could always fade.
Fade to black. Fade back in.
What was the point?
Any of you taking knowledges?
I have knowledge out of room. Out of
Okay.
rim.
So you already have that. But I'll be better, so maybe I should take it too.
Well, he's playing. Yeah, he has hit rate.
I had to.
Well, check the ones that are actually career skills.
I'm gonna be,
typically is what you would say, so that it's easier to.
Because it costs more if they're not career skills when you later on.
No, I'm going to be a hired gun bodyguard. Isn't that useful?
I'm just guessing you took both space and planetary flying.
Yeah. I don't want to crash into trees again.
I can fly in space, but oh heavens, the gravity makes it so hard.
To be fair, they do stress how different the two are, even in the same ship. That it's
Career. I'm going to be a hired gun.
Yeah, I'm going to take perception.
Gun starts with a G, not an H.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
hired starts with an H.
That's true. I'm going to be a bodyguard. Because for whatever reason, bodyguards carry really big guns. I will protect you with covering fire. Dodge.
The best defense is good offense.
The best defense is blaster fire.
Yeah. What offense always needs.
Bodyguard.
That sheet's one-sided.
And we get, what, 3 of the career skills and 2 of the specializations?
Okay.
Was it? 3 career skills?
4 career
4
and 2 of
4 and 2.
specialization.
And my human, I'm going to take some medicine because it's
Athletics. Career skill, 2.
And I'm going to take some... What do you think is more useful? Core world intelligence or xenobiology?
Neither?
I can't.
Core.
I have insider information on what might be going ahead, so I can't vote on that.
Tell us.
Or, no, that would still just be a... Not purple, yellow and a green? Is green good?
Green is good.
Okay.
Green is the little good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going, just in case you're wondering, completely ineffectual in a fight.
I
You'll
have
sit
no
through.
doubt.
No such thing. You'll be fine. Mm-hmm. You'll be fine. If nothing else, you've got some wound threshold to take hits, right?
12 and 12.
Absorb hits for us.
I also have medicine. That should help.
In space battles, he's the one that can repair the ship.
Yeah.
We can all make that effort.
I think he can succeed at it.
Hey, we can all try
Okay,
that.
all my experience is spent.
Good, because that was the next step. Was
Oh, wait.
experience.
No, I had 25, not 15.
And then you have 10 left.
What you gonna do?
Get a couple of your top talents.
No.
I believe it's
They cost only 5.
5 times the purchase rank. So you can get for 10. You can get a rank 2 in one of
Oh,
your.
I know.
It lists the cost on them.
Not on the skills.
Oh, on the skills, no. No. Doesn't list them there. They're not very nice about it.
I took xenobiology, so I can roll 4 greens and a yellow.
Have you spent all your experience?
I spent all my experience when I put this at 5.
Okay, yeah, because you only got as much obligation as needed to.
Yeah, I don't like having high obligation. But I needed 5 points.
Some people look at obligation as just, who cares? It's just a little debt.
Just a bounty on your head. Don't be right of it.
I mean, hey.
So I roll a dice and maybe there's a bounty hunter after you.
Having a bow on your head ain't never killed nobody.
As long as it's capture alive.
So,
Piloting-
non-character skill would be 15 for the second rank. 10 for the first, 15 for the second.
I believe so, yes.
Why did it give me piloting planetary twice? Why would it list it twice?
You can get 2 ranks in it.
It's in 2 different areas.
I guess you
One-
can get the free two.
Yeah, you can get the free one in each of them, yeah. Everyone tends to get 1 or 2 that is duplicated in there.
Yep, mechanics was
specialization.
mine. And I did take it up to 2.
Wise. Given that's what you do.
Yes. 2 yellows, 3 greens, rolling on all cylinders.
Okay, all of my points are spent.
There we go. That feels better.
I thought it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
For class.
Oh, for class.
Not
non-class.
Yeah, non-class, it's 10, 15.
Yeah.
It's up by 5.
I'm going to take a 2 in discipline.
2 in discipline.
You'll actually react to stuff and not run away or something?
I'm going to take a
I took cool instead of
I'm going to
discipline.
take vigilance.
That's just because you like its name.
Who's cool?
One's initiative for regular
Almost always. And then the other is if they're trying to surprise you.
Yeah, surprise.
Cool is if they're trying to do a surprise attack.
You're better against surprise attacks. When they're standing right in front of you and pull guns, you completely have no fucking clue what to do. But if he jumps out of a corner and goes, bah! You're on that shit.
Well, yeah, if they're going to line up in formation and attack, I can leave. Let you all deal with it. I'll be 20 yards that way. I'll set up I'll get my rifle.
Yeah, that looks good. 4 and 2.
Alright, I should probably...
What are soaking defense derivatives of?
Defense is usually gained by wearing armor or some sort of shield generation. Really, defense is most common in ships.
Okay.
It is adding dice to negative dice to their attack against you. So yeah, unless you have something special, you don't have that. Soak is what you minus. It's like your damage resistance, and it is equal to your brawn rating.
Okay. 2. And I think armor can also up that by 1.
Yeah, armor can increase it, and I believe yes, later increases to brawn do increase your soak value.
Oh, okay.
Unlike your wounds and
Strain.
strain. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
I do what I can. Well,
I'm going to take a talent.
What talent did you start with?
Barrage.
Really? I always felt barrage was useless.
I have to go down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. You're hitting barrage one way or another, aren't you?
Yeah, it's like I'm getting it now. Might as well get it at 5.
Yeah.
Feels like it's less wasteful.
Well, the other way is go here and get the braces, and go down and get defensive stance.
What does barrage do that you feel it's...
It's not bad. It just requires you to be at long range.
Okay.
Otherwise, it adds a damage.
Yeah. Barrage is something I feel would be good for Bob in a sniper rifle, not so good for upfront in, nearly melee with heavy gun.
I took melee too.
Yeah.
I won't be using a gun in melee.
Even close in, medium range. Or is it engage, close, long?
Yes.
Is
Is there a medium in there?
Yeah. There's something else in there.
Okay.
Engage. Is it engage short, medium?
There we go. I spent all my experiences.
Good. Because step 6 was spend experiences. Step 7 is derived attributes. That's basically you've probably already done your wound and strain. Make sure your soak is equal to your brawn.
What if I get armor?
Well, then that will increase it later, but that's at a later step. Step 8 is to determine motivations, which there are random ways to roll that. Or,
Yeah.
Alright, well, he's
I like
looking
letting-
at it.
What?
Just roll that for now.
Oh, it's only at 1.
You're determining the table.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
I got 5.
5 is going to be your motivation is based on a cause. And now you roll a percentile for which cause it is.
Both.
Huh? Both?
Yeah.
70. 700, in fact.
Emancipation.
You're not allowed to play the same character again. No, because you already played him.
The dice want me to play him again.
It's a god.
It rolls over half. Really, you have to give it to him because God wants it to happen. Otherwise, he would have rolled under. God wills it.
I'm not saying it has to happen. I'm just saying the dice have decreed.
But you already played that character.
Austin
Roll
just,
again.
Austin just really hates slavery.
I do.
You can roll the 70 in, or you can roll the D10 again and get 70 on a different one of the charts, maybe.
What?
Roll both. Get a 70 again.
We'll see what happens. That's a 29.
29. What cause? Non-human rights. The character fights for the rights of people. Very xenophobic. That's better. That at least is not, pro one of those other races of slavery. That can also be really benefiting yourself.
Yeah.
In this. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense for who you are, what species you are. So yeah, non-human rights.
Totally not. Yeah, no. Slavery's,
Yeah.
slavery's offensive.
There's also
But you're not racist against humans, right?
No.
No, he wants equal rights.
Which I've learned anything means dragging humans down to my level.
If we learned anything about how rights work.
Get down.
No, we have to be good, remember?
I've been told that's good.
Yes.
Then you've been lied to.
Well, there we go. I'm a motivation.
What if I do pet and consider him my pet?
That's racist.
I know.
Yes.
He keeps me around just trying to fix my views.
What's the motivation called? What's the motivation?
Non-human rights.
That's the entire title?
Yeah. Cause non-human rights, but yeah.
Okay.
Have you decided which motivates you, Bob?
Yeah.
What motivates you, Bob?
Friendship.
Okay.
That's cool. I'm a radical.
With him.
I'm a
Not
radical.
both of them?
No. Specifically with him. There's a reason I have a bounty, and it's his freaking fault.
As far as I'm concerned, that's your fault.
Then just write because of Austin there.
Oh no.
And now he's the one that needs to come up with why he has a bounty.
And how you drag me.
I was making a political statement. I was protesting the Empire's...
Treatment of non-humans.
yes.
And I,
He's totally
Protesting
not
empire.
a terrorist.
Protesting Empire, totally not Paris.
You bomb a few garrisons. All I'm saying is the overreach of the military-industrial complex within the Empire is offensive.
I don't know. Weak charity or capitalism?
The death of the stormtroopers was my statement on the matter.
I think stealing the food to get my
And like I said,
motivation
you
should
were
be
there. I
weak
told
charity.
you looked like a nice guy. If you don't want to
Technically,
get
you can
recognition,
have
you
a
can
secret
leave.
motivation.
You said, I'm
and
busy,
a
let me finish my
outside
coffee.
motivation, and you can choose your outside motivation now, and then
And then
we
I
can
bomb
go
the
over your
shop.
secret motivation later, and they don't get to know about it.
It's all a big misunderstanding.
Kinda wanna
No,
help
it's
people.
more like... It's more like, hey, can you help me out for a minute? I'm like, yeah, sure. You're like, hey, good.
I need you to bomb them.
No, you just kind of like, you might get into trouble for this, but can you buy this stuff?
For me?
Yeah, can you go pick this up for me? I mean, it might cause you a problem.
I'm taking it too.
It's less than legal. Not saying it's illegal or that it's a crime, but it's less than legal. Can you go get this? You can get this shit.
Yes.
Get this stuff.
For me.
I am for weak charity, but I also love capitalism. It's like those opposed, like on the thing, but no.
Wait, what?
Friendship.
Okay. If overthrow the empire was at 1 and support the empire, and it was just matching all the way. In
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like, are those opposite? No. They did not set the table up awesome like that.
It's kind of like, also, I kind of need a pilot to get off planet. I'm like, well, I don't have anything better to do. Might as well help you out with that, too. You're like, I sense you're being bitter. Are you being bitter?
Let's see. I got a 3 and a 2. So that's yellow, yellow, green.
You have 500 credits.
Can't buy anything.
Well, you can.
Why not?
It's not what we thought. They are their list.
Yeah,
of
whatever the
price.
price is, that's what it is.
The
It costs what it says. That other chart that they were using before, it was not supposed to be used for when you're purchasing things.
Can't buy anything.
To be fair, you can't buy a
4-1.
sniper rifle.
Yeah, I can't buy anything.
You can have normal blaster pistol at least, so you have something.
Yeah, I'd rather save my money and buy something I can use.
Let's see. 3 and 1.
Because he doesn't have light.
Green, green, yellow, green,
He
green.
still has agility.
I can't use any of that.
You can actually use it rather well. It's not just guns that you can buy, though.
3 and 2. So yellow.
There's all sorts of other gear.
Green.
You can get like some basic adverse environmental gear, or at the very least heavy clothing. That could be like a leather jacket or something.
You can get a
4-1.
duster for like 50 gold.
You get
Credits.
two credits. 2 encumbrance, though. I want encumbrance. I want things that reduce encumbrance.
3 and 2.
Just saying, I need to buy stuff that reduces encumbrance.
Yeah, 3 skills with yellow, yellow,
That's what
green.
your ship is going to be for. You put stuff in the ship; it's no longer encumbering you.
If you're wearing it, you get half encumbrance.
If I wear my ship?
If you're wearing armor.
Yeah, armor is encumbrances if you're holding it like this. Half encumbrance if you're wearing it.
Like it's designed to be worn. Yes, 500 credits. For the pair of you over there, in case you missed it.
Not writing it down until I spend some.
Okay, so backpack. Numerous variants. What is numerous variants?
It can look like
There are
what you
different
want.
models. Different companies make it.
Yeah, but I want to know what it does.
Let's see.
Statistically, nothing.
Will be,
They all function the same.
will be
Okay.
average.
Some just say Coleman on the side. He's looking at tens.
I'm not.
That's
Next one down. Don't you try and
I
pigeonhole
was
me.
looking at tens.
You see, there is a problem with this sheet.
What?
There's a... These are orange, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
What? Not enough space for your stuff? You didn't like that little bitty box? Yes. If any of you want to take the same specialization as someone else already has later on, let me know. I will print out another
No.
copy.
I'll probably be in this tree the whole time, never deviate.
I might go into Outlaw Tech or Gadgeteer. But
Nope, I'm not going to multi-class this time.
the one time he doesn't multi-class.
I can make you.
You'd have to give me a lot of free points.
Yeah, so I just throw enough experience at you that you do.
No, you keep throwing me experience. I'm just going to fill out this thing.
And then what?
That's a lot of points.
Keep buying skills.
Then what?
All the skills.
Then I just switch classes.
Exactly.
Yeah, after you give me about 800 points, I'll go to a different class.
Alright. Sounds like I get to make him multi-class.
The last time I played, I was like 3 classes, including one that wasn't even in the same career.
Gadgeteers and Bounty Hunter.
Okay. Look, it's 200.
500
Backpacks,
credits.
50.
We're so poor.
Well, remember, the first time we encounter stormtroopers, we get stormtrooper armor and weapons.
Exactly. Tell them.
Which,
if you kill.
one of us has to buy a weapon. Or we're gonna have to shoot them with the ship. Because
To be fair, I'm not actually starting you with the ship. You get to choose your ship, but you're gonna have to get that ship. Also, you may or may not start with your gear, depending on what I end up going with the story here.
None of us have weapons. How are we going to get them?
Your starting stuff might be the list of stuff I give you pretty early on, or...
Quick, use a Jedi mind trick on him. I'm not a Jedi. Damn. Use Jedi magic. Nobody's a Jedi here. Oh. You sure? Well, you'd never know if you don't try.
That's how that works.
You
I'm
can have
almost
all
sure I'm almost sure the prequels actually have a way to tell if you're a Jedi or not.
Midichlorian levels.
Uh-huh.
Get a
Obviously.
plant transfusion, get some midichlorians.
I don't think that's how it works, though.
Who knows? They never really defined it and kind of ignored it in the movie. Everyone decided that we're just gonna...
I feel if everyone didn't freak out about it, we might have gotten more information about it.
We're just gonna ignore it.
It's all those haters that cause us not to get to know more.
Haters gonna hate.
Hate, 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 hate.
What? I know that song. I'm just not willing to sing it.
Yes. No. Silence and looking back and forth is more awkward for the Atom.
You're just jelly.
I'm really not.
Yeah.
What's on you, actually? You're not jelly.
I'm jam.
Jam the radar! It's been jammed!
It's the raspberry. Nobody gives... Only one man would dare give me the raspberry. Lone Star.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
For the record, I was informed I'm not allowed to be Pizza the Hut because I would, and I quote, eat myself.
I also believe I told you you didn't have the space balls to play that kind of character.
Indeed you did. It was well done.
But he did request.
Detection device on those.
So you're sort of a terrorist kind of fellow, and you got
I'm
him...
not a terrorist. I'm a political
Yeah.
activist.
You're a political activist,
I'm
extremist.
practically a politician.
You are an extreme political activist.
I like the term radical.
You got him sort of mixed up in there, and you are mechanic.
Mechanic and...
Hey, guy, we need to fix our ship real quick.
Who? Yeah, you stole a shipment of food for people.
for the poor in the weak, and capitalism because I sold it to the poor in the weak at a highly, highly marked down price.
Because you're a nice guy, but you're not stupid.
Yeah.
He believes in investment.
Yeah. If we invest in these people now, they'll love me, and in the future I can get better prices on goods that will come out of their place.
Like most civilized species, they have an infelt obligation to repay kindness.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
What?
You got that?
No. No, not at all.
Okay.
You got your stuff.
No weapon. For the record, I don't have a weapon.
I have Brawl's a career skill. I did not put any ranks in it.
Same.
He could also say same, but he doesn't feel it's necessary to point out.
I understand the concept of Brawl. I just didn't practice it.
Oh, was it actually a career skill for you too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't a career skill for him. He did not take it. No ranks in any of the unarmed.
I got that. And heavy.
Mm-hmm.
My range heavy is yellow, yellow, green.
What is your gunnery?
Yellow, yellow, green.
Mine's yellow, green, 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 green.
Officially speaking, yellow are proficiency dice and green are ability dice.
Yeah, YGG's a lot easier.
Guidance?
YYG, YGGG.
Just saying. If we were being official here.
Good thing we're not.
YGG.
My astrogation is
weapons
yellow,
over
yellow.
here.
Yeah, you know, you can buy those weapons. No, if I'm going to buy a weapon, it's going to be an iron pistol. I like iron weaponry.
Can't hurt people with it.
Why not?
You totally can. Specifically, iron can cause pain, nerve damage.
And also, I mean, it deals stun, right?
Yeah. You have
Which,
to go,
to like, minions, that's the same as damage because they don't track those separately.
yeah, you have to go nuts with it.
Yeah, those low-level minions, they don't keep them separate.
How much for the rocket backpack?
The Django Fett jetpack.
I'm guessing we can't afford it.
Probably not, but I don't know.
Doesn't Boba have one as well?
I don't think he still has the missile on his...
Yes.
Does he?
He just never uses it.
I
It's a
think he
stupid
actually
placement
does.
anyways. What if you accidentally didn't tuck your head? You gotta tuck your head, otherwise you're gonna shoot yourself in the head with a missile. That's a stupid place to put a missile. Plus, bending over mid-combat, tucking your head, and launching a missile at the thing you're no longer looking
It's
at.
targeting. The missile targets what he looks at with his HUD.
But he's not looking, he's looking at the ground, because you gotta tuck your head, otherwise you're gonna shoot yourself in the head with a missile.
You've already aimed it before it fires.
Then why do you have to duck?
So you don't get hit in the head with a missile?
No,
you'll walk.
It just goes straight up. You should. I don't know. It's stupid. I don't like the placement of the missile. It's also just kind of sitting out there begging for someone to shoot the missile. It's kind of the same thing as to do with the flamethrower. It's like, hey, you're wearing explosives. That's what you're doing.
But you'd have to hit the tank, and that's pretty unlikely.
I mean, it's just the size of the person, pretty much.
Yeah, come on. What's the chances of you hitting a man-sized target?
I think was that 2 or 3 advantage?
I don't know. Is there not a repair kit anywhere?
It is. It's on our tools.
Mm-hmm.
Those are emergency patches, but
Yeah, like, what are you looking for?
like the tools I would need to repair a ship.
I don't know.
It's
if
just
those
a
would be
toolkit.
in the ship, but yeah.
Oh, okay, just toolkit.
Just fast forward through all this. There's no reason to watch us staring at a book.
Unless you just have this on for white noise or something. That's fun.
What? Because we're all white, we're just noise?
No, the idea that you have it for background noise. It's just a
I
common
got
phrase.
it. That was a joke.
Oh. Yeah, mine too.
It was all jokes, man.
Boxes and boxes of Legos.
I don't think that
No one
follows.
gets it.
I don't think that follows, man.
No, anything like this should have inside jokes aplenty. That's what they should be built on.
Yeah, they should all feel
Born
like
of
they're
the
not as
memes.
cool as we are because they're not gaming in the basement making inside jokes.
You're plenty cool.
They probably have careers.
He wished he had a career in film.
I'm just failing at life.
If you had a film...
Oh, come on, that's the rest of us, too.
Let's face it, that's how all film people start out.
It's like a prerequisite.
It's like filming. It's a lot of fail until big success. There's usually not a lot of middle ground, though, so you're basically just coasting until Easy Street. Eventually,
Seriously,
just-
almost all the people have part of their life where they were homeless, so
Yeah.
really,
Don't worry about
you're
it.
a step ahead of some people. Like comedians, almost all of them were homeless at one point.
Just to make them funny. Horrible tragedy.
There we go. I have no money.
That's why comedians
What did you
are
buy, Nick?
unstable people.
I bought a data pad, a toolkit, heavy clothing, and a utility belt.
Come on, Ion Blaster.
I don't know if I can afford one.
You didn't give us enough money to buy.
I gave you what the book says to give you.
Yeah, and you didn't give us enough money.
We were supposed to blow some obligation on cash.
Fools.
Exactly. Murder some stormtroopers, take their weapons, like everybody else.
Are you assuming that you're going to directly oppose stormtroopers?
We already have directly opposed stormtroopers. It was his fault.
Not necessarily.
That wasn't a direct opposition.
Yeah,
blew them up with the
from
bombs.
No, from the sound of it, he went somewhere where they weren't even at. He was just targeting a structural thing. He wasn't going after the people.
They were just inside the structure.
Yeah, but he didn't have to see them, so it wasn't a direct opposition.
And it didn't have to be bombed. He could have, tagged their building down with the Empire. The Empire's response is the same as if you bombed them.
He photobombed the Emperor. I'm trying to behave, and you're making it difficult.
I'm sorry, I've misbehaved, Bob. Can you ever forgive me?
Yeah, of course.
thank
That's
you.
a ridiculous amount of time for me to forgive you.
Like, ever.
Congratulations, Nick. He's now paranoid forever. You made them switch. There's a reason the arrangement worked.
That's because Nick was covering up Austin. Austin was always just hidden behind Nick's mask.
I
Yeah,
didn't mind
shadows.
that.
You equally don't mind this.
You just ignore that the cameras are over there.
Yeah.
Here.
Not gonna say that's wrong.
I know you're there.
Yeah,
So
he's
does
right
Bob.
in front of you.
But
He's
Bob-
also right in front of me.
Bob knows you're there the most.
The cameras.
Oh, I thought we were talking about there.
No.
Wait, there's cameras? Just because I can acknowledge them doesn't mean I will.
Let's see. I can't afford those guns, so we're gonna.
Just a long pipe rod. Beat a stormtrooper to death with it.
Oh.
What, looking at the properties, or?
Yeah.
Are you going to get your ridiculous axe, or is that too expensive as well?
$750.
Too expensive. If we pooled our money, we could buy a weapon.
What if you spend a little of that obligation on money instead of experience?
It is the
But-
wrong choice.
Yeah, that's the
Not
wrong
necessarily.
choice. No, necessarily.
I
that's the
did it.
wrong
I did
choice.
it in Destin's game.
Okay,
No, don't get me
wrong
wrong.
choice.
The things I bought with that money were the wrong choice. I decided to give myself disfigurements, and I bought cybernetics. That made me actually a worse character, but they were flavorful, and I had fun with it.
He
I like
stayed
a
in the
electronic
ship
guys.
literally the whole time.
Here's a question.
I didn't need to.
You
be
read the
effective
book. Grenades have the limited ammo quantity, which says
You
that
have to buy the individual grenades.
it just says they have to be reloaded.
No,
You get,
it actually goes over it for grenades.
Okay.
specifically.
I was like, I never read the book, so
Just buy one grenade. Hope we don't blow up their stuff.
well, stun grenades cost $75. I don't like that they're more expensive than frag grenades.
It's harder to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
There's
There's no ion rifle, and there's no actual weapons with the ion quality. I just think that's weird.
Maybe it's
Iron, I believe, are typically shipped ship against ship.
Yeah, but just,
Disablement.
but just the idea that this book doesn't have ion rifles, only an ion pistol.
But you don't have light.
No, I don't.
I don't think you can afford anything that's heavy.
Nope.
I can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, slug thrower rifles,
Oh, okay.
only $250.
I spent that $250 on something else. Specifically a comlink. A long
An
range
old school
comlink.
gun that explodes to shoot projectiles at people.
Baller.
Gaffy stick, that's $350. Yeah, $250. And
That's the kind of weapon used by the sand people.
well, technically, I'm using a gun Finman stick. It's like the same thing. It's just technically mine's culturally significant.
Ah. I think to them, theirs is also called
I
pretty
don't hug
significant.
mine over my head. Honk, 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 honk. That's not how Gan do.
A little more civilized, eh?
Yes. Heavy clothing is only $50.
I bought it.
Get some of that.
They have one soak.
That potentially could be useful
Hey,
at some
that's one.
point.
Well, it's useful for hot and cold. Heavy clothing is just for cold.
That gives me 100 left.
Plus, I mean, as long as I'm not a superhero, cloaks are fine.
Tools. Can my comlink also be a translator if I spend 50 instead of 25? Or do I have to buy a translator? Do I start with one?
Why do you? What is that? Is that addition to the price based on something? What?
No, I'm just guessing.
Oh, because you need a translator as your thing.
Otherwise, I can't talk to him.
Yeah. You have what? Yes. Essentially, you have what you need to be able to communicate.
Just start one.
Yeah, that's just part of you have what you need to communicate.
That's cool.
That is a given in how this works.
That was my question.
Technically, you can all understand each other. Whatever language is your native language. Each of you happens to have that language. You can all understand it.
Why you gotta take away the fun?
Furthermore, in this, not understanding the language is relevant to the story. You can understand other languages too.
Excellent.
I
It's,
forget. Is binary automatic, or do I need to take one of my skills for that?
for the most part, one of your skills.
It's an outlaw. I believe the outlaw one has a special one with
But
it.
can you talk to moisture evaporators? There's a huge market for people who understand moisture evaporators.
That market is diminishing.
It really needs you to be on a desert planet.
But it's Star Wars. There are like a dozen of those.
I bought a slug thrower rifle, a gaffy stick, heavy clothing, and 2 stim packs.
Alright.
Why do all the heroes live
And
on
then a
desert
comm link.
planets?
I also bought a comm link.
I have a comm link as well.
I have a data pad. I don't think that works.
It's not the same thing.
I know.
I have a long range comm link.
That leaves me with 25 credits remaining. I have a handheld one.
I have 25.
I have a phone.
There is one step. Well, I guess. Yeah, gear and appearance. The second half of this step, physical appearance. There's sections on the back of your sheet
I really do.
for basically what you have. Let's see here, male, 24, 5'9", average, dusty blonde, blue eyes.
Sorry, it's funny.
To be fair, it was almost funnier because I almost misread what he wrote. Because his handwriting's terrible.
You thought that D was a V, did you?
Yep. It's got that extra bit in there. I was like, what is that? Hair. That would be dusty. Okay. I get it.
Male, 24, average build, busty blonde.
Your hair is well sculpted.
Johnny. What do you look like?
I'm green, I guess.
Ruggeds come in multiple colors.
Okay, then I'm red.
Greens and blues, even some more like tan color.
Then I'm red.
Are there reds?
I don't think there's quite red. You can get like rusty brown, I think.
Okay, then I'm green.
You can have bright red hair.
But you can be
that
all sorts of
totally
colors.
seems to have the right thing.
I didn't read that part.
Who's surprised Bob read just the stat block of his race and nothing else?
Pickles.
Okay, that's saying feeling I'm green.
Yep, green.
I'm green, 5'6".
Does that say they have a tail?
Where
There.
the hunter is on their tail. Not,
Oh,
not
hunter
not,
on their tail.
Not actual tail.
I thought it was their physical
Metaphorical
description.
tail.
I'm just saying, no, this tail. Do Rodians have tails?
It'd be news to me.
What do you look like? Do they have really much variance in what they look like?
I think so.
You mean your character thinks so?
Yeah.
Of course you do. You're one of them.
It's like, I think so. I have a particularly pleasing shade of brown eye. I labeled it as shimmer brown.
Oh, lovely.
Sturdy.
Stocky.
Stocky.
I decided my build is stocky, my height is average, and my age is adult.
Okay.
I'd have to read a whole lot more about their physiology to know anything more than that.
My eyes are also shimmer brown.
I'm not actually sure if Gand I'm not actually sure if Gand have male female, so I
They
don't
probably
know.
have lung, non-lung.
That's how we breed. Get out of here, mouth breather. A totally different insult for Gand.
Anyways, the last step is selecting a ship.
Freighter.
Okay, so one of them was the fire spray system patrol craft. I guess it's not that. The other is the Wayfarer medium transporter, or the freighter is the YT 1300 light freighter.
The one with the big cargo.
Well, that's the transport.
The transport then.
Yeah, transport.
Now, as the pilot, you are aware that the transport being a larger vehicle than the others, you don't get as many maneuvery kind of things because it's too bulky to do some of those stuff.
That's fine, I can escape everyone.
Huh?
I took shortcut.
Okay.
It makes it
That
so I
doesn't
can just
get
escape.
that doesn't get you in a good position to fire back on them, though.
No, but I can run away.
Coward.
Priorities.
We're smugglers, man. Running away is the option. We shoot at stuff when we have to.
I can shortcut my way out of all of my problems.
Take a shortcut.
Now, I know in the book it doesn't say, but does shortcut only work while piloting a space vehicle?
No, it doesn't.
No.
It's when chasing or trying to get away from. It's right here.
You had one blue dice.
Yeah, I can run away from all my problems.
You are mildly better at doing so.
It also gives him the ability to run away from his problem. Because couldn't you make an escape check without it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It adds that to whatever other check you're doing to escape.
Oh, okay.
To any check. So it's whatever other check you're actually making.
Take that skill. What's your shortcut? Shooting the enemy. Blue dice on all attacks.
No. Wow, is it being the game master powerful? I can just say that. No.
Anyone can say it.
Yes, but...
Can you enforce it?
Yeah.
Yes!
He's gone mad with power.
So what's next?
Next is, we disperse for a week or two, and I come up with the story.
No, then give me the book back.
Give me the book back.
So I can write down my Adam stats. Because I bought weapons.
Ah, yes.
Somebody bought weapons. Me.
Which
That might
should
be
be you. You're the fighter/fighter.
Also, I figured the best idea is my main method of my terrorism only takes place on planets with water.
Why?
My main method of escape is jumping in rivers.
Because you don't breathe.
Sling straight to the bottom, just walk downstream.
Meanwhile, he's over there. Can we go? I'm right here. I'm
there.
ready to take off.
Just sitting there at the corner going, where is he? Don't we have to run away? Just call him. Oh, right, I tell you, I'm already out, man.
I like to think your political statements are all tags. You're just tagging buildings.
Oh, maybe. I don't have any explosive skills. That might be it.
Or maybe you're just bad at what you do. But you try. Alright, any other questions at this point, though?
Nope.
I'll look up ship modification stuff when I have more money.
And when you have a ship?
Yes.
Because you will have to find it.
Cybernetic brain implant.
Anyways, we'll get started with the game next time. We'll see you then. Have a good day.